here. And so when I make my swing, I want to allow the club to go up. If I go too low, I'll hit it, and on the way down, which is one of the more problematic, is that if I hit it on the way down, obviously I'm going to knock it on the way off, and this is throwing, and this is what happens if I throw the club. I'm going to hit the ground a little early, or I could hit it thin and hit it on the way up. So this is a great way to use it to allow the club to go up. It allows me to cock my wrists up. Let me go ahead and show you. I'll set up here, and I'm going to make a couple little rehearsals. This is going to get the club. It's going to allow me to let it go up and then come back down. This is a great way to practice if you know your tendency is to not have any wrist cocked back. Your wrists have to be supple and allow it to go up. Let me show you another way to use it that is on the forward side. Equally as important as the backswing is the forward side. I'm going to set it up on the forward side, and I'm going to turn it and angle it to where I have to now have a little bit of a pivot on the forward side. Just as bad as the backswing can be, the forward swing, I could make a perfect backswing, but if I have a tendency to fall back and or think I've got to swing towards the target, which there are no straight lines in golf, we're on a circle, so we have to be swinging on a plane from the inside back to the inside. Setting it up this way allows me, or intimidates me, to get me to swing the club back to the inside. If I were to swing towards the target, fall back, which is what I see 90% of the times, if I swing back, go forward, I'm going to knock it off. So, great way to practice to work on the forward side of your arc. Let me go ahead and show you a shot in which, now again, if I'm going to set this up, it's just forward of the ball, maybe 1.5 feet ahead. Just to allow me to know that I can have a little bit of pivot and swing forward. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm looking for on this side. I'm going to have a little pivot on the forward side. I made a pretty good shot right there, but this is actually a great station to set up so I can work on both sides of my arc. On the backswing, it helps me let the club go up. On the forward side, it'll help me pivot on the way forward. I'm sure the inside approach is going to help you with your short game so you can start scoring around the green as well.
One of my little secret weapons with the inside approach is using this on the putting green. And all we're really looking for on a putting green is some instant feedback, but we'd also like to get some good visuals. So this bottom leg really acts really well for a visual, and also this buffer works as a good visual too. It gives me a parallel path to the target. I've got a little putt here of about 4 feet. It breaks from right to left, so I set this one leg up a little bit outside the right lip of the hole. And now I'm looking at this parallel track right here that I'm working on. And you know, it's a kind of a short putt, but it just kind of trains my mind and my memory here to just make them every time. So when I get the same putt on a golf course, of course I don't have this tool in front of me, but I'll say, hey, I can kind of visualize that line or this parallel path line and have a little bit more confidence. Again, this is about 4 feet. Putt breaks a little right to left. Okay, now let's take it back and use it in a little bit longer putt. Actually, a lot longer putt. Now what we're doing here is we're just going to line up that little deal there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part of it off, because on a longer stroke, you don't want that. This little arm right here will get in the way. So we're going to take that off, and I'm going to set this thing up perpendicular. Again, have a good visual as far as line. Set it up a little bit right of the hole. And this is a very, very good little training tool. And it's so easy because it's light, and you can set it up in your room. Got to set up a little bit too much break there. Let me just adjust it a little bit. Never have a straight putt these days, you know. There, and if you get the lines right, you'll make it every time. So don't be afraid to use this thing any way you can visually to improve your stroke, your chipping, and of course, your long game.